Hello peoples, today I'm going to be doing a Pikmin tier list. I know it's a little off-brand for all the stuff I normally do, but I wanted to do something related to Pikmin because I was bored, and so I found this tier list online at tiermaker.com. That is the source that I figured out has the best tier lists, so go to that place if you want to make tier lists or use tier lists. And I've been thinking about, and usually in the shower of an upcoming Pikmin video, doing on Pikmin 1, maybe even 2 and 3. So I'm going to be ranking them based on their game type. So over here, this is the Pikmin 1 Pikmin. So there's the red, yellow, blue, and this, for people who are not educated on this topic, this is a Puffmin, which is when a Pikmin gets poisoned by a puff stool, which sprays out little poison spores and infects it and makes it evil. And so there's the purple Pikmin and white Pikmin and Bulbmin, which is a Bulborb and Pikmin hybrid. If you're curious about Bulborbs, it's one wiki search away. And then there's also rock and winged ones. And coming back is these two over here. So let's start with the red Pikmin from Pikmin 1. He is resistant to fire and is a very good fighter.
It's Quandale Dingle here.
I'd say he's good. Yellow Pikmin, they can carry bombs and are lightweight so they can be thrown high in the game.
Why weren't you at elf practice?
Yeah, red Pikmin's good. These guys are meh though, because they're a lot more useless compared to their more modern variants. So. And blue Pikmin, they're great. They can go in all kinds of water. They're probably the most useful one, and they don't have a second ability because red Pikmin, they have fire and good fighters. Yellow Pikmin, they're bomb, rocks, and can be thrown high. But blue Pikmin, they don't even need a second ability to go with them. And then we have Puffmin, and that's just bleh. Alright, so red Pikmin are a lot less, let's say, good in Pikmin 2 because, well, their fighting abilities were kind of nerfed because someone else, and so they've become meh, which is sad because red Pikmin were cute and cool in the first game. But then we have
Tactical nuke incoming!
him. Alright, so the reason red Pikmin are in the meh category is because the purple Pikmin. So these guys right here are fat, purple, heat-seeking missiles. They kind of undermine the whole purpose of red Pikmin to be strong. And so they kind of ruin the game. And not to mention, when you throw them, when they land on the enemies, they can stun them. But that's beyond the point. So, white Pikmin, they're also really good. They are fast and furious.
Bean cheating.
And if an enemy eats them, they will poison the enemy. So, if a Bulwark goes and eats a white Pikmin, they'll get poisoned and take massive damage. Which is a really good strategy. But the only thing that undermines this strategy is that white and purple Pikmin are really hard to find because they come from Candy Pop Buzz, which you throw a Pikmin into a Candy Pop Buzz, and out comes this monstrous creature and this monstrous creature. Well, that's beyond the point. And they significantly change how the game works. And so these guys also are resistant to poison, since they're also poisonous. And so they can breathe through all the poison stuff. I don't know how does the yellow Pikmin breathe? And how does the purple Pikmin breathe? That's beyond the point. But they're resistant to poison and they go meow, meow. So that's white Pikmin. Yellow Pikmin. So yellow Pikmin no longer can carry bombs. Bombs are like few and far between in this game. In Pikmin 2. But there's a slight change. There's electricity. And unlike fire and water hazards, where they just go, electricity will instantly kill your Pikmin.
Put in the big one.
So it provides an advantage for these guys. And now they're kind of overpowered. I mean, they're not great, but they're overpowered. Pikmin 2, blue Pikmin. These guys are pretty rad. And there's still plenty of water in Pikmin 2. They freaking reused area as well, actually. Technically, they kind of blotted out the majority of the water from the distant spring when they converted it to the perplexing pool, but that's beyond the point. And so there's a lot less water. So they're about as good as they were before, but like just one tier less. These adorable abominations of a Pikmin are the most adorable things ever to grace the earth of Pikmin, ever. Bulbmin. They make funny little sounds, and they are immune to literally every hazard. So basically, and so we have this, just like, it's immune to poison, electricity, water, and fire. So they give you a massive advantage. So effectively, they give you, each one is worth one of this, and this. So pretty overpowered. Pikmin 3, we have this cute little guy who looks like he has crossed eyes. Are you okay, young red Pikmin, sir? I think he has a disease. And so this guy, they kind of undermined him. They undermined my boy. Great, good, meh. They completely undermined their fighting abilities with another Pikmin that you get right after you unlock red Pikmin. So these guys, they've become useless because of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson over here. It's about drive, it's about power, it's about peeing in the shower. We got my coup over here like brown, 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 brown to every single thing. And so just like when purples land on enemies, they do damage, which makes them right over here. And so they go, and like, if you've ever had a rock thrown at your skull, that's probably what it's going to feel like when you get hit with a rock Pikmin. Just saying. Yellow Pikmin. He went back because you know what they did to electricity? Pikmin 3's developers heard that electricity was too scary, and so they made it to where they literally cannot even kill Pikmin. Electricity can't even kill Pikmin. Sure, enemies can kill them while they're stung by electricity, so they just lie on the floor limp and dead, but it stuns the Pikmin. It doesn't kill them. Like, see, they should have made them shock and then bzzz into the oblivion. But no, they had to make it not be able to kill. I hate these guys so much. But they're so useful. They completely trivialize the task of him and make it to where you just go over anything. There's a flying enemy. Like, you have to throw a Pikmin, but now you can just go with your charge, and you can just obliterate, unexist any enemy in the sky. And then, like, if they're like the puffy blowhogs or whatever the heck they're called, they'll go and fall to the ground. And then you can charge all your other Pikmin. It completely trivializes the act of throwing Pikmin in this game. Thankfully, you get them second to last. Which brings us to the blue Pikmin, which I've already ranked as under the first yellow Pikmin, with a nice straight line. And so this guy, his task gets completely trivialized by Aviator Man. And so that kind of ruins their whole purpose. Goodbye, blues. No. Goodbye, blues. And then we have white. And so these guys, they are just as good as their original form, but just below blue Pikmin and Pikmin 2. They still work really good. They do what they do in mission mode. They're mission mode exclusive. They're not back in, they're not in the main story mode. They're mission mode exclusive. So they're really good for collecting gold, piles of gold, which one Pikmin can carry only one piece of gold. And so there's usually like 10 to 50 or so. And so they take the gold and go, meow, they literally show speed. So I guess they could say, I show speed, or something like that. So that's them. And then, in a sudden change of events, the obese nukes have lost their touch. And so now, instead of being like heat-seeking missiles, they just get thrown, and they still do the slam sound, like boom. But that slam doesn't stun, it doesn't do damage. They just kind of slam, sit there for a while, and then start latching on and attacking. And I don't quite remember what their attack power was done, but it was definitely worse than it. I just salute the boy. Look how they massacred my boy. So that was the Pikmin type tier list brought to you by Jonas from J.L. Bros and Family. Congratulations. You have wasted 10 minutes, at least, of time. Roll the outro.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, you may qualify for a free meter from Liberty Medical. If you have type 2 diabetes like I have, you're confronted with choices. You can choose to feel sorry for yourself. I hope you don't. I hope you choose to get involved with a good doctor. Find out some things about diabetes and your own body in the bargain. You'll learn to check your own blood sugar and check it often.